what is good? What is up? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Rhea and I hope you all are doing well and are safe wherever you guys are in the world. And I would like to greet everyone a very, very happy New Year, happy Chinese New Year, belated happy Valentine's Day, and happy March. I know I'm super duper late in greeting you guys, but for those who have watched my previous videos, know that it has been a while since I last uploaded, and you know, things happen, life happens, and you know, you gotta take care of it first. But it's actually the recent things that have been happening lately that really motivated me to, you know, start filming again. So I don't know about you guys, but 2022 just feels really different. Towards the end of last year, I was like having a bajillion things running through my mind of the things that I wanted to do in 2022. That rhymed. And you know, 2022 just has a very different energy. And if you're an empath like me, you know for a fact that energy does not lie. So with all of these things, you know, running through my brain, all of the things that I wanted to do, it was kind of getting chaotic all up in here. And I knew that if I, you know, wanted to achieve any of this stuff that I'm thinking about, I had to ground it in the physical realm. So it was also around this time that I have been seeing so many videos on YouTube of people creating their own manifestation boards. So if you haven't heard of the term manifestation board, basically it's like your New Year's resolution 2.0, or like up the ante of your New Year's resolution. To put it simply, it's basically a physical representation of all of the things that you want to achieve in the coming year or in the coming months. You know, some people call it the law of attraction, the art of manifestation. You can use whatever term resonates with you the most. For me, the reason why that this act of creating a manifestation board really, you know, struck a chord with me is because I have noticed in the previous years that if there's something that I really want to achieve or something that I really want to, like, let's say buy, if I constantly see it or if I constantly talk about it, more likely than not, I end up getting it. I would probably attribute it to, like, you know, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. Like if I don't see something for a while, I end up forgetting about it and maybe even forgetting that I ever wanted it in the first place. But if I constantly see something and if I'm constantly reminded about this thing that I want, it's like, oh, I want that. I remember why I wanted that. I still want it. What am I doing to get it? Long story short, towards the end of 2021, I created my very first manifestation board for the year 2022. And guys, 3 months into the year, I can honestly say it's working to the point that it kind of freaks me out, but in a good way, because I'm getting what I want, you know? But yeah, it's insane, which is why I really wanted to share with you guys how you can also create your own manifestation board, and also give you a quick tour of mine to give you more ideas, because I'm very proud of mine. Like, mine is like displayed in my room where I can clearly see it every single day, and I'd love to share it with you guys. Now, please bear in mind, guys, not everything that you put on your manifestation board will come true, because, you know, our goals change, our wants change, and there are just some things that are completely out of our control. But it is definitely a great tool for you to keep track on the things that you want to achieve in the coming months. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I created mine. So now I'm gonna share with you guys how I created my manifestation board so you can also create yours as well. I didn't film myself creating it because I honestly didn't think that I would be creating a video about it. But yeah, I'll walk you guys through it and I hope it will be as, as clear as possible. Also, it's totally okay to create your manifestation board even if we're already in the month of March. Everyone works at their own pace and it's never too late to start something new. So the first thing that you want to do is list down everything that you want to achieve for the year. And I mean everything. Honestly, do not hold back. Don't think that something is too big or something is too small to achieve. Just anything that you want to do, places that you want to visit, things that you want to experience, write it all down. Once I had my list of everything that I wanted to achieve this year, I started to divide them into different categories. Now, this part is totally optional. You don't have to do this at all. This is just me in my brain liking to organize things. But if you would also find it helpful, you can do so as well. So I broke it down into 3 different categories. The first category is skills that I wanted to learn or skills that I wanted to improve on. Second is things that I wanted to do or things that I wanted to experience. And third is places that I wanted to travel to. Since I have been starving to travel for a very, very long time, and now that things are, looking up, traveling is definitely a lot more easier, at least here within the Philippines. So I am definitely looking forward to that. Next, you want to have a visual representation of everything that you put down on your list. So what I did, I just, went on Google, searched a bunch of images and had them printed out. Or you can also find images in magazines and cut them out as well, or even books. If you want to cut out images from books, you can do that as well. So yeah, let's say that one of the things that you put down on your list is that you want to learn how to drive a car. So you will find and print out an image of a car. Basically, that's it. And once you have all of your images, now you need a base to put all of your images on. Now, for me, I had a spare cork board that I wasn't using, so I decided to use that as my base, but you can definitely use, so many different materials. Some people used a canvas where you can paint. Some people used an illustration board, which also works wonderfully as well. Remember, this is your manifestation board, so it's your rules. You can decorate it as much as you want. You don't have to show it to anybody, but you can if you want to. But yeah, just remember that have fun with it. Have fun creating your manifestation board. Once you have your base, it's time to lay down all of your images in any sort of way that makes the most sense to you. And once everything is laid down, you can now stick your images onto the board. Since I used a cork board for mine, I used push pins to keep the images in place. And another cute tip or addition that you can add to your manifestation board that I actually saw from a YouTuber, her name is Vanessa Samaina, is that she added little clothespins, like mini clothespins onto her manifestation board where it can hold like little captions or little titles. You totally don't have to do this, but it's definitely a very, very cute addition to your manifestation board. Once you are done, smack a title on there and your manifestation board is complete. Now, this part is purely optional. You definitely don't have to do this, but when I finished creating my manifestation board, I actually said a short little prayer to God, to spirit, to, whatever higher power that you resonate with the most, or if this is something that you believe in, to bless the energy that I put into my manifestation board, and to also ask for guidance and strength to be able to achieve the things that I set out to do for the coming year. After that, I placed it in my room where I can clearly see it every day, so that I am constantly reminded of everything that I want to achieve for this year. And it's really nice to sometimes just look at it, especially when you're not feeling particularly very motivated during during one of those days. So yeah, it's definitely a great reminder of all of the things that I want to achieve for this year. So yeah, with that being said, as promised, I will be sharing with you guys my manifestation board. I'll do a very, very quick walkthrough of the different things that I put on here. I'm definitely not going to share everything because we don't got time for that. So yeah, here we go. This is my manifestation board. So in the middle of the board, I put the skills that I want to learn or to improve on. So I definitely want to learn horseback riding this year. I want to get back into riding my motorcycle again. Yes, I know that is a little bit extra photo, but hey, if you're gonna dream, you better dream big, right? And I also would like to get my scuba diving license this year as well. Second, things that I want to experience or do, I definitely want to continue doing some charity work and giving back to the community, which is what I also did in my previous videos, and I fully intend on continuing to do so. Second, I definitely want to meet Apo Wang Od and get my first ever tattoo from a Nambabatok at Buskalan village. So for those who are not aware, Apo Wang Od is the eldest Nambabatok or traditional tattoo artist here in the Philippines, and she is considered a national treasure. I've always wanted to get a tattoo, but I wanted my first one to be so meaningful. So what is more meaningful than getting a tattoo done the traditional way? And third is I definitely want to start going back and expressing myself artistically again. So that's going back into painting, learning an instrument. For me, I've always wanted to learn how to play the violin, and also going back into dance as well. Okay, so now this is also still part of the second category, which is improving or learning new skills, but I definitely want to learn a new language. So I grew up in the Middle East, so I've always heard people speaking in Arabic, and I absolutely think it's a gorgeous language. However, I never got past, counting in Arabic and asking where the bathroom is. So I definitely want to work on that. And I also want to learn Korean because, your girl loves her K-drama, and I do stan a couple of K-pop groups, so I'd love to be able to watch or listen to music without having to, read the translation or subtitles, because those aren't always accurate. Now, in relation to this, I am definitely going to share this with you guys because, if you talk about it, it might happen. So one of the things that I definitely want to experience in, this year, if possible, is to go to a BTS concert. Yes, I am an ARMY, though I would call myself a baby ARMY since I joined the fandom pretty recently. I mean, they had a concert in LA, they're gonna have one in Seoul, and they're also gonna be having one in Vegas. So hopefully they'll have another one in a country that I can actually go to. So manifesting that, and maybe they might even have one here in the Philippines. And lastly, the places that I want to go to. So of course, locally, I do want to explore the Philippines. I'd love to go to Siargao and to Palawan. Internationally, I'd love to visit Hawaii, Paris, and of course, Seoul. Now, recently I have been obsessed with the song April in Paris by Billie Holiday, and I've always wanted to go to Paris ever since I was a little girl, and I'm born in April, so being able to visit Paris on my birthday, that is an absolute dream come true. And lastly, I would definitely love to visit places that I call home for, several years. So that would be Qatar and of course, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yeah guys, that is my manifestation board. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and let me know if you guys also created your own manifestation board. Please feel free to share them in the comments. I would love to see them. Personally, my manifestation board has been so helpful to me. Some things on my board have, already happened. Some of them are in the works, and some of them are, just within reach. So I will definitely be sharing these experiences with you guys as they come along, because I am so grateful. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you feel like doing so. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. So until then, please stay safe and see you soon. Bye!